Nasty. A plague of wasps in winter. Warning. This is a horror story. Well, I was amazed by all this, and I told her so, but why didn't I ever hear about any of this? I said. Oh, she said, no one ever hears about what goes on down my boys' way. They used to call it the land that God forgot. I mean, you didn't hear about the Blackwall Tunnel disaster either, did you? Which one? I asked. Every morning I have my local radio station on, and there's always someone saying, all traffic stuck in the Blackwall Tunnel because a lorry shed its load. Well, this one concerns them wasps, she said. And the Blackwall Tunnel, I said. Yes, of course. Oh, you see, I remember sitting one Sunday evening with my friend Charmaine's little girl, Donna. And Donna says, I know all about where those wasps come from, you know. Of course you do, my love, of course you do, I said. But I'm not saying, she says, because no one believes me. No, I say, no, you never mind, you mind. You just run along and play with your brother and let Auntie sit down for a bit. Well, she goes off, and I didn't think any more about it. Until the Blackwall Tunnel disaster happened. Yeah, I've been waiting for that, I said. Well, she says, do you know Tate and Lyle, the sugar people? They make sugar and golden syrup and the like. Well, they've got their works down by the river, and every day the men take out big, whacking great big tanker lorries full of golden syrup. What? Like petrol tankers full of golden syrup? Oh, lovely, I said. Yeah, that's what the wasps thought, she said. No one's quite sure what happened, but two of their fellas drove their tankers out the gates, and as they turned into the Blackwall Tunnel, there was some kind of collision. One of the fellas said afterwards that there was wasps in his cap driving him spare, and the other fella said that it wasn't the first bloke's fault. He said it was my fault. He'd felt the back wheels sliding out across the road like a skid on ice. But whatever happened, one tanker hit the other tanker in the back and cracked open its tank. The two lorries jammed up the Blackwall Tunnel. I can guess what happened, I said. I bet you can, she said. And you'd be right. Syrup poured all over the road, and worse still, it got into the cab and all over the fella in the tanker behind, right? And after that, it was almost as if the wasps could tell each other the news, as if they could like telephone each other up, because inside half an hour, the place was crawling with hundreds and thousands of wasps. They'd come for the syrup. We watched it on telly. We could see the arch and the dark entrance to the tunnel, and every inch of those two tankers was crawling with wasps. There were thousands more buzzing around in the air. Then the man on the telly says very quiet, the driver of the second tanker is still in the cab. And what happened to the driver, I asked. I don't want to say, she said. How do you mean? There are some things that it's better not talked about, she said. Did he live, I said. Yes and no, she said. What was left of him lived. Oh, but that's horrible, I said. Yeah, and it took them a whole day to clear the mess up, she said. The fire brigade came with their fire engines and gas masks. They covered the place with some kind of foam, poison foam that killed off the wasps in their thousands. And they had reports all the time on the telly and the local radio. Expert this and expert that kept coming on. People who'd been in Malaya, people who'd been in Burma during the war, they all came on giving their pennyworth, because now it was all different, wasn't it? How do you mean, I said? Well, as long as it's just the likes of us on the estates getting stung to hell and back, it was just another problem, like the drains is just another problem, or the gutters, or the rubbish piling up. But now, well, oh, I get you, I said. Pictures of the lorry driver on the telly and all that. No. Not a bit of it. It was Tate and Lyle. Yeah, they got scared. The wasps now knew where they were. Who were, I asked. Tate and Lyle. The wasps would come and get 'em. Gobble up all the sugar. It didn't matter them stinging us. What mattered was that hundreds and thousands of wasps had got a whiff of all that sugar sitting there. All right? I remember Charmaine saying Tate and Lyle had been bringing sugar into London from the West Indies since olden days. Never mind that, I said. What happened? What happened? Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe to this channel, where you can click on subscribe. If you want to like something, just click on like. And you can leave a comment as well. That's always nice. And don't forget my website, Michael Rosen, all one word, michaelrosen.co.uk.